Ancestral clearing is a simple technique to clear the burden and limitation that affects our physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, and financial well-being. Those of unresolved issues from the past, like traumas from emotional heartache, abandonment, and tragedies experienced through war and famine. Ancestral clearing helps us clear these burdens from our ancestors, and therefore from us. Elizabeth Kipp. In this ancestral clearing session, you will have a first-hand look at Elizabeth with a live audience. Please enjoy this experiential workshop.
Welcome to Ancestral Clearing. Why am I even in Ancestral Clearing? Ancestral Clearing turned out to be such an important tool for me in my healing journey. It helped me feel lighter. It helped me move through my life with more ease and grace. It helped me step into living my life fully and living my potential. I'll take you through a live session that I did and walk you through the experience. Ultimately, I'd love for you to try and experience for yourself. That's when you're really going to understand the power of ancestral clearing. I got started in ancestral clearing when I was recovering from many years of using medication, prescription medication, detoxing off of all that. I went into a pain management program. This was part of what they did to help us move beyond chronic pain. This was one of the modules that they used. I had no idea what was coming, but I sure had an experience. And I was so excited about how liberated I felt as a result of going through an ancestral clearing that I decided to learn it. It's an honor and a blessing to be able to bring this ancestral clearing practice into your life. Now I'm going to show you an experience, give you a chance to witness what it's like for someone to go through ancestral clearing for the very first time. My client has never had an ancestral clearing. This is completely raw and new to her. We wanted to give you a real experience. I don't have the Keep It a Real hashtag for no reason. This work is done in the present moment. So whatever's coming up for Val in the present moment, we'll address. How are you today?
I'm pretty good.
What would you like to work on?
I have some anxiety going on right now.
When did it start?
It's been going on now for a couple weeks.
And where is it now?
Right now it's in my chest.
In your chest, up the upper chest?
Yeah.
And on a scale of 0 to 10, in intensity, the sensation that you're feeling in the chest, what number would you give it?
Probably about a 7 or an 8.
7 or an 8. Can you decide? Just take a barometric reading there and let us know.
We'll go with 7.
7, excellent. So I want you to just breathe gently into just close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. Close your eyes and breathe gently into the 7, the sensation in your chest. And I'm just going to do something quietly for a moment while you present yourself to the sensation. How does that feel? Big or small or different?
Smaller.
Smaller. What would the number be that you'd give it?
Probably about a 6.
I'd like you to breathe gently into that again. And I'll do the work out loud. You don't have to have a higher power to do this work, but if you do have a higher power, what do you call it?
God.
All right, very good. Breathe gently into that. For Val and all of her ancestors through all space, all time, dimension, and all realms. For any time they felt grief in the family, for any time they were unable to deal with the the highs and lows, the hot and cold in life. Please help them all forgive each other. Help them all forgive themselves. Please and thank you. One moment. For any time anyone in the lineage was unable to handle the pressures of life, and all they made it mean about themselves, their family, friends, their community, and even you, God, and life itself. Please help them all to forgive each other. Help them all forgive themselves. Please and thank you. How does that feel in your upper chest? Bigger, smaller, different?
Smaller.
And what would the number be?
Probably like a 3.
And do you feel anything anywhere else? Did it move at all?
It did. It moved to my ears.
Your ears. Good. Okay, excellent. At both sides?
Yes.
Okay, and it's equal on both sides of the chest?
Yes.
So could you just breathe gently into that? All the sensation, meet it where it is, and wait for a memory to come. Don't look for it, just wait for it to come to you. First memory that pops up, usually early in life.
Okay.
In that memory, what's the most stressful part of that memory? What are you saying to yourself?
I'm very hurt. Emotionally hurt.
I'm hurt. So take 3 slow breaths into that as your mantra. As you say it silently to yourself, I'm hurt. 3 slowest breaths you've ever taken. I'm hurt. And let me know when you're done the breathing.
Okay.
What's the sensation, bigger, smaller, different?
Smaller.
Smaller. What's the number?
Probably about a 2 in my chest and a 3 in my ear.
Okay, good. So I'll just do a little more out loud. Put your attention on the sensation in your chest and your ears and just breathe gently into that. For Val and all of her ancestors through all space, all time, dimensions, and all realms. For all the times they couldn't handle what they heard, whatever it was, especially around emotional events. One moment. For all the times they weren't heard and needed to be, and all the frustration and anger that arose because of that. Anytime others projected that onto them. For all the times they weren't loved, supported, and nurtured the way they needed. Times they weren't able to love, support others the way they needed. No matter why it was. Please help them all forgive each other. Help them all forgive themselves. Please and thank you. Help them find peace with one another and themselves. Please and thank you. For all the hurts and wrongs ever done to them, all the hurts and wrongs they did to others, and any time there were hurts and wrongs they did to themselves, please help them all forgive each other. Help them all forgive themselves. Please and thank you. Val, can you just take a nice deep breath in and let it out? What's the number, bigger, smaller, different?
Smaller.
So when you think about the anxiety where's the level now? Is it still sitting at a 1 or whatever it was that got you started about?
No, it's kind of intermittent. Now I'm feeling a 1 and then a little bit not at all. So
Oh, yeah, so it's,
yeah.
so it dissolves. It's a really good example. Thank you so much, Val, for doing this. It's an honor to work with you. I love doing this work. Somebody can come in with an anxiety level of a 7 or 8, and we spend 5 or 6 or 7 minutes, and they're down to a 1 or a 0. That's beautiful to me. And all we did was forgive around some general things in the lineage that we all have. And her body showed us the way. Now you've had a chance to see what ancestral clearing looks like, how it can help someone else. It's interesting, this practice, to me, because when we do it, we feel lighter. We release burden. We don't even know we're carrying it until we don't carry it anymore. That's how long we've been carrying it. I sure invite you to come and try this experience for yourself. I'd love for you to be able to feel the liberation and the deep healing that this practice brings, because it works so beautifully for me. I just really would like the honor of sharing it with you.
To schedule an appointment or get more information, please visit elizabeth-kipp.com.